Imagine a lighthouse casting its light amidst a storm, a calm and steady glow guiding lost sailors back to safe harbor. Such is the Stoic wisdom, a philosophy that provides direction and serenity in a turbulent world. In times of uncertainty and challenges, the teachings of the great Stoic masters, like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, offer us the strength and clarity needed to overcome adversity with bravery and balance. Today, we invite you to join us on a transformative journey, exploring 9 valuable guidelines that can revolutionize your way of facing life. These timeless principles teach us to develop resilience, maintain tranquility amidst storms, and live in accordance with our true essence, achieving harmony and satisfaction at every moment. If you seek wisdom and aspire to achieve true peace of mind, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content, and share your experience with us by commenting, "I will be wiser." Together, let's walk the path of Stoic wisdom and discover the transformative power of this ancient philosophy. 1. Exercise self-discipline. The first advice to achieve Stoic wisdom is essential. Exercise self-discipline. The ability to control our emotions, desires, and attitudes is fundamental in Stoic philosophy and a crucial step towards living a harmonious and virtuous life. The Stoics believed that true freedom does not come from indulgences or external pleasures, but from self-control and mastery over oneself. Self-discipline allows us to react to life's situations with serenity and rationality, instead of being swept away by the current of our emotions and impulses. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that it is not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Therefore, by mastering our mind, we master our life. Exercising self-discipline begins with recognizing our thoughts and reactions. When we encounter a stressful or tempting situation, we must pause and reflect before acting. Ask yourself, does this reaction bring me closer to or farther from tranquility and balance? This simple act of reflection can transform the way we face everyday challenges. Moreover, it is important to understand that self-discipline does not mean repressing our emotions, but rather understanding them and directing them constructively. The Stoics advise cultivating virtues like patience, courage, and wisdom to deal with adversities, instead of succumbing to anger, fear, or frustration. We use these virtues as tools to maintain serenity and mental clarity. The practice of self-discipline also extends to our habits and lifestyle. Moderating our desires, whether concerning food, material consumption, or entertainment, helps us avoid excesses and maintain a healthy balance. By practicing moderation, we strengthen our mind and body, making us more resilient and prepared to face adversities. Self-discipline is an essential pillar of Stoic wisdom. It empowers us to live according to our highest values and face life with an attitude of calm and determination. By incorporating self-discipline into our daily routine, we take a significant step towards true wisdom and inner peace. 2. Memento mori. This Latin expression meaning "remember that you will die" carries a transformative power, inviting us to reflect on the brevity of life and live with purpose and full awareness. By contemplating the inevitability of death, we are not called to surrender to despair, but rather to value every moment we have. Memento mori awakens us to the preciousness of time, encouraging us to live with intensity, authenticity, and gratitude. Marcus Aurelius, the great emperor and Stoic philosopher, reminds us that meditation on mortality helps eliminate what is unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. When we remember that our existence is ephemeral, we become more present and attentive to our actions and decisions. Trivial worries and insignificant conflicts lose their importance in the vastness of time. Each day becomes a unique opportunity to do good, to love, to grow, and to contribute meaningfully to the world. Memento mori teaches us to live without regrets, to pursue our dreams with bravery, and to cultivate deep and genuine relationships. Knowing that our time is limited, we choose to invest in experiences that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. This awareness frees us from fear and gives us the strength to face challenges with serenity and acceptance. Embracing memento mori is also a way to prepare ourselves for inevitable loss and the changes life presents to us. Accepting the transience of all things teaches us to let go of what we cannot control and find peace in impermanence. We live more lightly, without clinging to the past or worrying excessively about the future. Memento mori is a powerful reminder of our mortality that drives us to live with purpose, courage, and gratitude. By incorporating this Stoic wisdom into our lives, we become more aware of our time and more determined to make each moment an expression of our best selves. May we remember every day the fragility of life and, in doing so, find the strength to live fully and with a heart filled with meaning. 3. Cultivate love for fate, amor fati. Appreciating fate, or amor fati in Latin, is an essential pillar of Stoicism that encourages us to accept everything that happens in our lives, both joyful and sorrowful moments, as opportunities for growth and learning. Instead of fighting or lamenting inevitable events, we develop sincere acceptance and appreciation for the entirety of the human experience. By embracing amor fati, we understand that we do not control many aspects of our existence, including external situations, surprising events, and even some of our personal traits and inclinations. Rather than confronting these truths, we learn to welcome them and draw lessons from them. This habit helps us develop a mindset of growth and tenacity. Rather than viewing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, we see them as opportunities to strengthen our character, enhance our resilience, and accumulate wisdom. Every experience, no matter how challenging, can reveal something valuable about ourselves and the universe around us. This teaching of the Stoics frees us from unnecessary suffering caused by resisting what is unavoidable. By fully accepting life's ups and downs, we can achieve a deeper and more lasting inner serenity. Such acceptance does not imply passivity or resignation, but rather an openness to possibilities and a readiness to act with courage and determination, regardless of circumstances. Amor fati also encourages us to cultivate gratitude and satisfaction in the present moment. By fully appreciating what we already have, instead of constantly longing for more or different, we can find true happiness and contentment in life. It is a powerful practice that invites us to embrace the entirety of the human experience, finding meaning and purpose in all its nuances. By adopting this perspective, we can become wiser, more resilient, and more tranquil, living with gratitude and acceptance at every moment. 4. Be just and upright. The just man is not one who does no injustice, but one who, having the opportunity to act unjustly, does not. Marcus Aurelius. In this quote from Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and one of the most notable Stoics, we find a profound reflection on the true essence of justice and integrity. Being just is not limited to avoiding injustices, but also involves the moral courage to act according to ethical principles, even when we face temptations or pressures to deviate from the path of virtue. By incorporating this advice into our lives, we aspire to become wiser by fostering a strong sense of integrity and justice in all our actions. This involves not only adhering to external rules, but acting according to our own ethical principles, even when no one is watching. The practice of justice and integrity empowers us to establish strong and trustworthy relationships with others, as our words and actions reflect our deepest values. By acting with integrity, we earn the respect and admiration of those around us, strengthening our interpersonal bonds and contributing to a more just and compassionate world. Furthermore, being just and upright helps us cultivate greater self-esteem and self-respect. By living according to our ethical principles, we reinforce our personal integrity and become more confident in our abilities and decisions. By internalizing the wisdom contained in this Stoic quote, we become wiser by actively seeking justice and integrity in all areas of our lives. This practice empowers us to live according to our highest values, strengthening our relationships, self-esteem, and contributing to a more ethical and compassionate world. 5. Live in harmony with the natural environment. The Stoic guidance of harmonizing with the environment encourages us to perceive natural rhythms and laws and incorporate them into our daily lives. Becoming wiser with this guidance involves absorbing the teachings of the environment and applying them to our existence. A tangible example from the environment is the alternation of the seasons. Just as the environment goes through periods of growth, blooming, decline, and renewal, we too experience different stages in our journey. Understanding and adapting to these changes, instead of opposing them, is a crucial element for living in unity with the environment. This teaches us to develop patience, tenacity, and acceptance of situations beyond our control. Another valuable lesson we can draw from the environment is the interconnectedness and mutual dependence of all living beings. Every creature plays an essential role in the ecosystem, and their actions resonate directly or indirectly with others. Similarly, in our lives, our actions and decisions resonate, affecting not only ourselves but also those around us. By recognizing this connection, we can develop a heightened awareness of the impact of our choices and act more responsibly and empathetically. We can always learn from the tenacity and adaptability of the environment in the face of adversities. Plants find inventive ways to thrive in harsh conditions, trees bend to the wind, and animals develop unique survival strategies. Similarly, in our own lives, we can learn to face challenges with bravery, flexibility, and determination, rather than being defeated by them. Living in harmony with the environment teaches us valuable lessons about acceptance, connection, tenacity, and adaptability. By implementing these principles in our lives, we can become wiser, more empathetic, and more resilient in the face of challenges and changes we encounter along the way. 6. Exercise impassibility. Exercising impassibility, in the Stoic context, does not mean ignoring people or events, but rather cultivating an internal calm in the face of external circumstances. Becoming wiser with this advice means understanding that many events are beyond our control and that our internal serenity should not depend on external elements. A fundamental aspect of this exercise is learning to accept what we cannot change. For example, if we face an adverse situation that we cannot modify, like a traffic jam that delays us for a meeting, we can exercise impassibility by accepting the situation with tranquility and seeking alternatives, rather than getting irritated and stressed over something beyond our reach. Moreover, exercising impassibility helps us develop a more balanced view of life's ups and downs. Instead of being carried away by euphoria when everything goes well, or by discouragement when we face obstacles, we can cultivate an attitude of balance, recognizing that circumstances are transient and holding firm to our values and deeper goals. Another aspect of this exercise is learning to control our emotional reactions. When provoked by external events or the actions of others, we can exercise impassibility by practicing self-discipline and restraint, rather than impulsively reacting with anger, resentment, or sadness. This exercise empowers us to develop greater emotional resilience, self-control, and inner peace. When we learn to accept what we cannot change and maintain a balanced perspective in the face of life's vicissitudes, we can become wiser and calmer in the face of the challenges and turbulences we encounter along the way. 7. Cultivate resilience. A powerful example of resilience is found in the cosmos, the phenomenon of neutron stars. These extremely dense stars originate from the collapse of massive stars during supernova. Despite the immense pressures and extreme temperatures involved in this process, neutron stars manage to withstand these adverse conditions, maintaining their structure and even emitting regular pulses of radiation, becoming pulsars. This example shows us that, even in the face of the most challenging circumstances, we can find inner strength to persevere and even thrive. Reflecting on this example of cosmic resilience allows us to extract valuable lessons for our own lives. Being wiser with the advice to cultivate resilience means recognizing that, just like neutron stars, we also face pressures and challenges on our journey. However, like these stars, we are capable of resisting and adapting to adverse circumstances. Resilience invites us to develop inner strength and the ability to overcome difficulties with courage and determination. 8. Daily reflection. In the pursuit of deep knowledge, the Stoics discovered in daily reflection an essential pillar. For them, reflecting was not just a mental exercise, but a crucial practice for developing qualities such as prudence. At the core of this philosophy lies the conviction that it is possible to shape our thinking and reactions to events, strengthening our capacity for resilience and wisdom. Upon waking, the Stoics dedicated moments to reflection. They sat in quietude, focused on their breathing, and pondered the obstacles that might arise during the day. They anticipated challenging situations and planned how they would react with calmness and logic. This practice equipped them to face difficulties in a calm and balanced manner. Daily reflection in Stoicism was not limited to the morning period. Throughout the day, adepts would take breaks to distance themselves from external turmoil and meditate on their attitudes and thoughts. They questioned whether they were living in accordance with Stoic virtues, such as courage, justice, and moderation. This continuous evaluation helped them stay focused on their purposes and foster prudence in their daily lives. For the Stoics, achieving wisdom was not a distant goal, but an ongoing process of self-improvement. Daily reflection was a powerful tool in this process, as it allowed them to know themselves better and become more aware of their limitations and qualities. By recognizing their weaknesses, they could work to overcome them, and by valuing their qualities, they could strengthen them further. Through daily reflection, the Stoics paved a path to attaining wisdom and living a full and meaningful existence. They understood that true wisdom does not reside solely in theoretical knowledge, but in the ability to live according to the principles they considered noblest. Thus, by cultivating calmness, acceptance, and virtue in their routines, they transformed themselves into true sages in the deepest sense of the term. 9. Free yourself from material possessions. On the path to wisdom, one of the cornerstones is the liberation from material possessions. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that resonates to this day, invites us to reflect on the essence of happiness and wisdom. Epictetus, one of the illustrious Stoic philosophers, reminds us, happiness is a choice and a personal achievement. Stoic wisdom guides us to seek true wealth in virtue and inner peace, rather than seeking contentment in material possessions. Clinging excessively to possessions is like restricting the wings of a bird, preventing it from flying freely toward the horizons of inner fulfillment. When we free ourselves from material possessions, we untie our hearts from the cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. We are no longer subject to market fluctuations or external conditions. Instead, we discover a source of satisfaction that resides within us, independent of the external environment. By adopting liberation, we are not abandoning the material world, but recognizing its ephemeral nature. Everything we possess will one day disappear, but what endures is the essence of our being, our virtue, and our values. Our true wealth lies in the integrity of character, accumulated wisdom, and meaningful connections established throughout life. The liberation from material possessions is not an act of deprivation, but an act of emancipation. Free from the shackles of uncontrolled consumerism, we make room for what truly matters: the pursuit of moral excellence, and the cultivation of authentic relationships. Being wise is recognizing that true happiness is not found in the accumulation of possessions, but in the serene acceptance of what we have and the relentless pursuit of virtue. As Epictetus reminds us, wisdom is within reach of all of us. It just takes the choice and the effort necessary to cultivate it. As we conclude this journey through the 9 pieces of advice to achieve Stoic wisdom, we hope you have found inspiration and clarity to apply these teachings in your life. Stoic wisdom guides us to live with serenity, resilience, and balance. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and activate notifications. And if you made it to the end, comment to the end. Let's walk the path of Stoic wisdom together.